Hey, Sunny Boy, thank you. Thanks for dropping in already, man. Sorry I'm a little late today. Some house issues and whatnot. So, it is shooting month, guys. August, shooting sports. I don't care if you're shooting BB guns, firearms, bow and arrows, or slingshots. Get off your ass, get off YouTube, get out there and do that. That being said, let's see, we're wrapping up Usil Gal, creator of the Uzi, almost done with that Gunfather series. I'll put out some more Get Off the X footage drills. Been a pain in the butt to do those lately on account of how hot it is outside, man. It's 107 degrees today. I mean, usually, you go paddleboarding or swimming or something like that with the heat. Forget about it, man. Not today. Not today. But, so we've got that going on here. Do some clay pigeons. Hopefully tomorrow. Cooled off enough. But gun maintenance, I've been doing the AR-15 stuff with gas blocks, the A2s. I have some jigs that I've made that actually work, and they're not $300 like the ones that you buy, off of Brownells and all that stuff. Totally expensive. We got a pretty good gun shop out here. I finally went to Teton Arms. They hooked me up with parts, so shout out to them. Cool guys, really cool dudes. Going from this point forward, let's see, a lot of people have asked me my opinion on the assassination attempt. I couldn't tell you. The only thing I can really say about it is being an armchair detective, or whatever you want to call it, sitting on my ass right now in my unfinished basement because I don't have everything unpacked yet in this new home. I would say you've got those first 3 shots that went off, and then you had that rapid amount of 5 shots, and then you had 1 suppressed shot, and that very last shot you can hear that one isn't coming from that kid's gun. It's completely different. That one was definitely a cop or Secret Service. I'm sure there's probably somebody's footage on here, but hearing firearms and guns going off, I mean, basically the kid took 3 shots. The first shot you take is always going to be the most important shot. Your next shot, follow up and a correction, and that's why those first 3 were really slow or whatnot. And then, he just started taking shots off because he knew at that point it was done. And you just hear pop, 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 pop. I mean, that's kind of standard. That's just people panic and it's like, screw it, let's just do it. But I don't know, if you watch it, you listen, a lot of people think, oh, well, did he have a suppressor? No. It's when you record shooting, sound is going to be completely different than it is when you're actually there. So for instance, guys, any of those micro clips or shorts or videos that I've done where I'm out at the range, if I'm at, if I'm on the 25-yard line, which is, halfway back to, it's 50 yards in between the targets or whatever. If I'm at the 25-yard line, I shoot, my camera's over at the target, right behind it, filming me shooting towards it or whatever. The sound's going to be different. First and foremost, the bullet obviously breaks the sound barrier. It's going to be faster than sound. That's where you get the crack and the boom or whatever. So if you've got a dude over this way shooting over that way on the rooftops, and you're over here on this side filming it, that sound is it's just going to be way distorted by the time it hits you. So no, this kid had probably the worst firearm you could think of. I mean, not worst, but as far as practical, I mean, for a 150-yard shot, 5.56 round, everybody thinks assault rifles, as they call them, assault rifles. I call them black rifles because they're black, but everybody automatically assumes that these are just the ultimate instrument for death. Why, yes, all firearms are a tool for death. Let's not beat around the bush here. But 5.56, I mean, if the dude had a hunting rifle, I'll tell you what, 30-06, man, 30-30, something high-powered, meant for distance, it would have been a completely different thing. But when you're popping off semi-automatic rounds out of a small arms rifle that's meant for, you know, combat that's not too far distant in between, 5.56 is really just a pumped up 22 in my mind. I mean, it's, you know, it's a fun round, but it's not meant for long shots. And this kid using his optic was just a red dot. Hence, you know, when he shot, you've got about a 4-inch gap. You've got the wind to factor in. There's a lot of mathematics come down with long-range shooting. And I'm not an expert on it, so you know, I'm not gonna go any further than that. But there's so many other factors. This kid was an amateur. This kid definitely mentally disturbed, and you know, you've got these guys popping up saying, oh yeah, he was at our shooting club and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Myself personally, if I knew somebody that was doing something like that, I would distance myself and I would not want to talk about it in the public. It's crazy. Hey, Mustang Sally, thanks for dropping in. I'm just talking about mental health and like how, you know, with a presidential assassination attempt, you have all these people popping up saying that they knew who the shooter was and all this stuff. Whereas if it was me and I knew who this shooter guy was, I'd be ashamed of it. I'd be keeping that secret. I would not want to even, I just distance myself completely, you know? I mean, the other thing though is I wouldn't want to be known as a person that knew who a guy was that shot at a president. I mean, that's not something I would really pride myself in, but you know, maybe it's just I don't really care for the fame or the notoriety, I suppose. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's kind of like the same concept to me when I hear a guy brag about how he had gone to jail or prison or whatever, and I just think, oh, this guy's a big bad criminal. Well, he really wasn't that good at being a criminal because he got arrested. So why is he bragging about it? I mean, it's that type of concept. I don't know, it's just the psychology of humans sometimes just blows my mind. But, you know, hey, I'm just a simple redneck. I mean, just a country boy. I like to go fishing every night. I like my freedom. I don't know. Maybe a lot of these big city things are just too complex for me, I suppose. But, so, you know, that's my thoughts on it. Now, I've heard some pretty vile things people say about, oh yeah, they should have shot him and things like that. I don't necessarily agree with that. That's you can hate him or like him, whatever, but you know, there's a way of doing things, I suppose. But that's as far as into politics I'll get. Like I said, guys, shooting month, August. If you're into firearms, get out there, promote it, take a friend to go shooting, practice safety, do all that good stuff. It kind of sucks this year. My daughter's still out of town with her mom. And, you know, every August we always do daddy-daughter shooting, and then, you know, we'll do like our youth safety video. But, yeah, Scarlett's not here this year, so just because she's with her mom for the summers, I have her the rest of the year. But yeah, get out there. I'll tell you what, the Olympics, everybody's seen the memes. The guy from Turkey, that guy's awesome. I mean, you know, I love the fact, and this is something with shooting that I push with so many people. You don't have to buy all the fancy gear. You don't have to have all the high-tech everything. All it takes is just practice. You know, and he gets up there, he's got his hand in his pocket, has that like certain lean in posture, and he got the silver medal. But you look at all the other people competing in this, they've got optics pulled down over their eyes and everything like that you can possibly think of. And the funny part about it is this is the 10 meter air pistols. So you're shooting BB guns with all that gear. I mean, that's like LARPing to the extreme, and this dude just walks up, pink, done. So it was pretty impressive. It was pretty cool, and it's pretty funny. This guy's going to be one of the most famous people of the Olympics. I get a kick out of that one. There was, I believe, team shooting from India. There was a female on the team. She's one of the first females from India to get a gold. And, that's a pretty big deal considering culture and whatnot over there. I thought that was pretty interesting and cool. But, back to Turkey with shooting sports. Turkey, a lot of you guys that aren't familiar with a lot of shooting, they manufacture a lot of firearms. A lot of companies manufacture firearms there because it's cheaper. As far as the Olympic teams goes, last Summer Games when they were doing the trap shooting, there was a man from Turkey competing, and I believe he took bronze, if I recall. But I mean, he was just very humble looking. You had all these guys and their shotguns were just decked out galore, and he comes up and he's got just his regular Browning over and under, and boom, boom, kind of the same thing. And I just think it's really cool to me to see this stuff.
Do you have any relatives going to the Olympics this year?
I don't. My relatives, my family's all in the United States, so none of them have ever competed in sports like that, unfortunately. But I mean, it'd be cool. The Olympics in Utah, the 2002 Olympics, that's where I grew up. I'm from Salt Lake originally, in that area. We got to go to a bunch of Olympic events, really cool. And then I heard that the Olympics are going to be there again. I'm sure my family, they'll probably go to an event or two. It's chaotic. But AIO Pixel guys, welcome. I don't think I've met you before, had you in our chats, but welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I'm not very good at doing lives, just so you know. I kind of ramble for a bit, but drop what we're doing with projects. So, but with shooting month, I'll be dropping some fun stuff, fun facts. I'll just be doing some safety things here and there. Like I said, August, it's shooting month. If you do archery, slingshots, guns, BB gun, whatever, shooting sports month, so it's kind of fun. I don't have my dog. There's always some fun things to do with the hunting dogs, but we'll see. Now that we're in our new house and everything like that, maybe get another dog at some point. But yeah, the one. Oh, thanks, Sally. I appreciate that. But the one thing I think I'm gonna do some more research on, because I'm really intrigued by that female from India getting that medal. I mean, that's a big deal for them. I think it's really cool. Women, believe it or not, with firearms have been, huge increase in sales in like classes and things like that, with all the crazy stuff going on in the United States, which, I think it's good. I think it's good, and I think it's sad. I think it's sad, the fact that people don't feel safe in their own country anymore. I think it's good, though, that people are, taking a stand up for themselves, and, with all the bad, terrible things going on constantly and whatnot. I'm more of a libertarian as far as politics goes, so it's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, as far as it goes, like that stuff, I'm out here in South Dakota, which, most people hunt and fish, and it's kind of the norm. But, I don't live in the big cities like a lot of you guys do on here. And then, several of you guys live in different countries, and the laws and things, customs are completely different too. So, I'm always interested for suggestions, or, if you guys want me to cover something or want my opinion, feel free to always just leave a comment in comment boxes on videos. If there's any input, or if I say something and it's not accurate, hey, pull me aside, call me out, and that way we can correct that. And that just makes my channel better for you guys, the content I put out. So I'm gonna cut this off now, guys. I appreciate everybody that's watched, everybody that's going to be watching it later on replay. We'll do some updates, and we'll maybe do Single Shot Sunday tomorrow. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good, safe weekend, and get out, get some trigger time, get out and shoot. Take care, guys.